found my arrival at uni very swift. I was stuck in a car with my parents with all of my stuff, and they were telling me all of these bits of wisdom and advice, and I just couldn't really listen to any of it because I was so excited. I was completely stir crazy and ready to start university.
My parents had helpfully set up my room. We'd been to a local shop, got a few essentials like the toasty maker.
I sat in the car, got all my stuff in the car, got to uni, my mum and dad left, and I cried for like 2 days. And I was like, I don't want to be here, why am I here? But it got better.
I ended up spent the whole afternoon making toasties and was known as Toasty Dan for the first 6 months of halls. The first weekend we were there, people asking what I was doing and saying I was going to church, and I ended up meeting 3 people who were in my halls who ended up coming to the same church with us, and we went church hunting together, all from just being quite open about it.
There was a person in my halls that every single time they would come back drunk, they would eat a full, like, 100-slice pack of ham.
I think people are going to make a big assumption of who you are right in the first few hours of knowing them, but it turned out they became lifelong friends, so it worked really well.
And I'm talking like getting all of the slices out at once. And they would try and talk to you and they would be crying and sometimes they'd be shouting and the ham would be flapping around.
I first came to Vinelife halfway through second year, and I just loved it from the second I walked in.
Vinelife just does family really well, and I think it's really obvious when you walk in, and everyone's just so welcoming, and everyone just like loves each other and like cares about each other, encourages each other in like a different way than I'd ever seen before and seen it done in church.
I think I've become far more of the sort of man of God that I was always called to be once I stepped out of my parents' protection, as it were, and had to take a bit more responsibility. That's been an amazing journey, and Vinelife have really supported me in that and encouraged me and provided opportunities for me to serve and to also lead in certain things. Find somewhere which you want to invest in and want to serve in and want to be part of. Otherwise, you never quite feel at home. So as soon as you find yourself somewhere which you want to be part of and you want to put into and serve, then I'd say go there, because that's where your heart is.
I really felt like the church that I found for that time was right for me, because I knew in my heart I had peace about it. And I think that's really important, to trust the peace that you have about a place.
What advice would I give to my young self?
Turn up to lectures on time, if you can.
Don't be really hard on yourself if you find it tough, because so is everyone else, just at different times.
You'll meet some incredible people, some not so incredible, but just go with an open mind about how it could go.
And I think there is this big pressure to make your lifelong best friend that's going to be the maid of honour at your wedding, make friends with them in the first week of freshers. Chances are you'll see them at the end of the year and you will have only spoken to them once or twice, so just chill out, because it's all fine.
Don't be scared, it will all work out. Like, God's gone before you, He knows what's going to happen, He's seen it all, and like, just trust Him.